Alright, welcome to this video lecture presentation on equalities and absolute values. Let's discuss about absolute values. There are potentially two solutions that you could have with the absolute value. For instance, if I have the absolute value of 7, that's equal to 7. Because what are absolute values? You just look at the number, you don't worry about the sign attached to the number. What's the absolute value of minus 7? Still 7. So we have to account for the and the minus of our absolute value answer. So that's why we're going to be setting these up like we do. Now what you need, very important, is you need the absolute value all by itself on one side, the number all by itself on the other. If that's the case, then you are able to account for both the plus and the minus of our answer. So here's how you do it. You drop the absolute value, you show it as 2x minus 3 is equal to 4. Then you show it as 2x minus 3 is equal to minus 4. That's how you do it. We'll add 3 on the left and right side. 2x is equal to 7. We'll divide by 2. X is equal to 3.5 or 7/2. Let's go over here. We add 3, add 3. 2x is equal to minus 1, divide by 2, divide by 2. X is equal to minus 1/2. Alright, so let's check our answer to make sure we're correct. If I plug in 7/2, the 2's cancel, 7 minus 3 is 4, absolute value of 4 is 4, 4 is equal to 4. Now I plug in minus 1/2. The 2's cancel, I'm left with minus 1 minus 3, which is minus 4. Absolute value of minus 4 is 4. That's why we break it down like this. Alright, let's look at another one. I have absolute value of 5x minus 3 is equal to 37. We can't do our plus and minus yet because you need the absolute value by itself on one side, number all by itself on the other. We got a 3 here. So a 3 is attached to the absolute value by subtraction, so I'm going to add it on the left and right side of our equal sign. So I get the absolute value of 5 is equal to 40. Now we could break this down. We could say 5x is equal to 40. 5x is equal to minus 40. We'll divide by 5. So I get x is equal to 8, or x is equal to minus 8. Does that make sense? 5 times 8, that's our first solution here, is 40. Absolute value of 40 is 40. 40 minus 3 is 37. 5 times minus 8 is minus 40. Absolute value of minus 40 is 40. 40 minus 3 is 37. So we did the problem correctly. So get another one here. So 7 times the absolute value of q plus 2 is equal to 9. Can't break it up yet. We got the 7 and the 2 to handle. 2 is attached to the absolute value by addition, so I have to subtract it. On the left and right side of the equal sign, the 2's cancel to 0. So I have 7 times the absolute value of q is equal to 9 minus 2, which is 7. Now we're going to divide by 7 on each side. Absolute value of q is equal to 1. So our two solutions are q is equal to 1 and q is equal to minus 1. You don't have to work it. So let's see if we're correct. 1 in for absolute value of q is 1. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. Plug in minus 1. Absolute value minus 1 is 1. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. So that worked out. Now let's look at another example here. I have the absolute value of 2x minus 1 over 3. and that is equal to 4. Notice absolute value is all by itself on one side, numbers all by itself on the other. So we could break it down into our one of two scenarios. So you show the plus 4 and minus 4 version of this answer. Now we multiply by 3 on each side. 2x minus 1 is equal to 12. I'm going to add 1. The 1's cancel. So I get 2x is equal to 13. We'll divide by 2. X is equal to 13 halves. Now let's go over here. Multiply by 3. I get 2x minus 1 is equal to minus 12. I will add 1. 2x is equal to minus 11. Divide by 2. X is equal to minus 11 halves. Let's see if we're correct. I plug in 13 halves in here. The 2's will cross cancel. 13 minus 1 is 12. 12 over 3 is 4. Absolute value of 4 is 4. This is correct. Now minus 11 halves. The 2's will cross cancel. Again, minus 11 minus 1, which is minus 12. Minus 12 over 3 is minus 4. Absolute value of minus 4 is 4. 4 equals 4, so we're good. So that checks out. Okay, I have 2 more examples for you, and hopefully this will hammer these methods home. So I have absolute value of x plus 4 is equal to the absolute value of x minus 3. So here we could just go right into one of our 2 solutions. You have x plus 4 is equal to x minus 3. There's 1. And then x plus 4 is equal to minus the entire x minus 3. So now I'll subtract by x on the left and right side. I get 0, minus 4 on each side. It's equal to minus 7. So this indicates that we're only probably going to have one solution and that's it. Sometimes that happens. So you have x plus 4 is equal to, distribute the minus sign to everything in parentheses. This x is assumed to have a plus value. So distributing a minus sign to everything in parentheses will switch the signs of everything in parentheses. So you get minus x plus 3. Now I'll add x on the right and left side of the equal sign. The x is on the right, cancel to 0. X plus x is 2x plus 4 is equal to 3. Subtract by 4 on the left and right side. I get 2x is equal to minus 1. We'll divide by 2. X is equal to minus 1/2. So minus 1/2 plus 4 will give you 3.5. The absolute value of 3.5 is 3.5. Now minus 1/2 minus 3 will give you minus 3.5. The absolute value of minus 3.5 is 3.5. So that's how that problem works. I'm going to show you one more similar example like this. So I have the absolute value of 3a minus 1 is equal to the absolute value of 2a plus 4. So we're going to break this down into our first version here. And then 3a minus 1 equals the minus version of this all. So now I could subtract by 2a on the left and right side. I get a minus 1 is equal to 4. I'm going to add 1, add 1. A is equal to 5. Now here, 3a minus 1 equals minus 2a minus 2a minus 4. I'm going to add 2a on the left and right side. 2a's cancel. I get 5a minus 1 is equal to minus 4. I'm going to add 1. So I get 5a equals minus 3. I'll divide by 5 on the left and right side. A is equal to minus 3/5. Okay, so let's see if we're correct here. So for the 5, that one's easy. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 minus 1 is 14. That's good. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. The absolute value of 14s are 14. Let's see what we get here with this. A is equal to minus 3/5. So 3 over 1, I'm looking at this right here, times minus 3/5 minus, it looks like we're going to have a denominator of 5, so I'll just put it as 5 over 5 right now, is equal to 2 over 1 times minus 3 over 5 plus, let me move, 4 is going to end up being 20 over 5, because 20 divided by 5 gives me 4. So let's see what we get. Minus 9/5 minus 5/5 is minus 14/5. The absolute value of minus 14/5 is 14/5. And then here we have minus 6/5 plus 20/5 gives me 14/5. What's the absolute value of 14/5? 14/5. So after you get rid of the absolute values, this sign, minus sign, will go away. There's no sign on the 14/5 anyways over here. So this minus 3/5 checks out. And that will wrap up our discussion on example problems relating to equalities and absolute values. I hope you found this easy to follow and understand. Thank you for watching and listening, and have a good one. Bye-bye.